Hi, welcome back, and you're very welcome if you're new. I'm going to plan today the week beginning the 11th through to the 17th, and this is the Hemlock Oak B5 minimal plan. It's actually Wednesday the 13th today, but I usually plan on a Friday, so I would have planned here, but I just didn't feel like it. Ah dear, I just didn't want to. And then it was my intention to switch and plan on the Monday because I'm off work at the minute. And I just got to Monday and I also didn't feel like it. So if you're someone that feels like you miss a day in your planner and that's you, all is lost, that's not the case. I'll just memory plan for Monday, Tuesday and so far on Wednesday, and then plan for the rest of the week, and that's fine because I just wasn't in the mood to plan and now I am. Anyway, so as you can see, I'm going with the Just Peachy collection from Hubman and Chubgirl. This was the August subscription theme. I've actually used a few bits and pieces from it because it's the August subscription theme, so that means I've used it in my socials journal. But it's actually my theme for yesterday and today in my journal. It's a gorgeous day today and I might have to open a window, although the second I open it a bunch of cars will drive by and it'll be really noisy. I'll go and open it and try, and sure we can always shut it again if it gets too noisy because it's powerful warm, powerful warm. Right, so anyway, this is the standard kit, sheet 1, and there we go. Sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5, and sheet 6. And then I have this one sheet, which is a Life's a Peach that I'm going to use throughout the week. And this, which came in the sticker subscription pack. And then I have the washi duo, this one which is faux glitter, and this one, where's the end, which is a 10mm with all the little peaches. So let's get the base down as usual, and then we will have a little chat and get to planning and catching up.
This ain't my first rodeo. I love you more. I'm pulling petals of a flower, guessing who has lost their power. You say me and I say you. I'd like to tell you the truth. Baby, it's what I do. Baby, it's so cruel. But you won't ever be alone. I can get a little angry, be a little dangerous. No matter what, I do it all again for us. I can be the one who breaks you, be the one who builds you up. How many tears, how many lies, how many sleepless nights. I can get a little angry, be a little dangerous. No matter what, I'll do it all again for us. I can be the one who breaks you, be the one who builds you up. You'd be surprised how many lines I'd cross, how many lines I'd cross for love, how many lines I'd cross for love, how many.
There, let's plan and get caught up. Like I said, I had intended to plan, but I didn't. I did watch some of the little training videos on the online portal and do a bit of studying. Last week I was studying nail theory and common nail diseases and disorders. Who knew there were so many? And I was writing up about that and stuff. But for this week I'm going to watch the videos, I think. And it's been going really well. I was so nervous. My anxiety was through the roof, to be honest, on the first week, which was not this week, but this week. And I woke up and I got myself ready and everything, and Stephen was coming to pick me up and I had my bag packed, and then I went over and got some lunch, but the nerves were at 90 because meeting new people, feeling really self-conscious, being scared of this being a bad decision, like going and thinking I shouldn't have done this, I'm not enjoying this, all the things that were going through my mind that just set my anxiety off basically. And yeah, I was terrified, but I just made myself go. I mean, I had to go because I would have lost my deposit. And that was the other thing, you know, worrying about wasting money and feeling bad about that. But, you know, if I didn't like it or anything, I thought kind of had to do it. I had no choice. But anyway, Stephen drove me because there is no way on earth I would have found it if it wasn't for him. And I arrived a bit early just as the trainer was arriving. And she was really nice, let me in and everything. And then all the other training people, what are they called? Students, that's the word. All the other students started to arrive. And up until the training started, I was sitting there thinking, what am I doing? This, you know, this is just so out of my comfort zone. I've spent all this money. Why am I here? I've made such a bad decision, and I was just really freaking out. I shouldn't have left such a tiny space between these two. What am I going to even put in there? Let's see if I can lift this up without making a muck mess. Phew! Yes, but as soon as she started actually teaching, she started with nail theory. And of course I was the stationery nerd sitting with my little packed pencil case with my, it was actually my TCMC pencil case with pens and a myliner and a Zig Clean colour dot marker and a little ruler and everything ready to go, taking my notes. But I was totally engrossed. I loved every second of learning all about it, even in the learning all about the disease part. So we went over nail theory, we went over health and safety, you know, sanitisation and all that there. And then we went over common diseases and disorders, and then had lunch. And then after lunch, she sort of quickly went through learning nail prep, which is all about, you know, removing the dead cuticle and basically the manicure part. And used the e-file for the first time, which I thought I'd be terrified of, but I really love. It speeds up the Sarasa so much. If you're a nail tech and you're watching and you've never used one, I mean, I'm not even qualified yet and I'm saying this, but so far I would recommend that you try that because it's so much easier than doing things manually. Anyway, so we tried that, and then we had a go and we painted on 3 nails soft gel, which is the normal gel that everybody's used to, that people would get that you cure under a light. And then on these 2 nails we did Biab, which is builder gel. and learnt all about how it's best to go on the natural nail. You can put it on your natural nail even if it's damaged and all that there. And we learnt all about that. Everything went really well apart from whenever I actually went on and painted my first go. I thought, my word, I'm really crap at this. But honestly, I was just being too hard on myself. Like, you're not going to just get something instantly. It's a skill that you have to build up. Otherwise, you're just, you know, a DIYer doing it at home. But if you want to learn how to do it professionally, it takes practice. So I was just being too hard on myself. But anyway, I got home then and I conked out because the anxiety had been so crazy that morning. And I was just completely, social battery was dead, and I conked out. And then the whole day on the Monday, I did nothing. I did start reading Avatar, but I didn't read very much of it. I'm finding it okay. It's not so bad. I'm like, I'm not going to read this anymore. I'm going to DNF it, but it hasn't gripped me yet. So I'm only sort of reading one chapter at a time and then putting it down and forgetting about it. However, that could be because of my personality. I have a tendency to hyperfixate on things, which is why I'm so glad that I booked these 3 weeks off for annual leave, because all I can think about is nails. I'm either at the course, studying, practicing, watching random videos on YouTube of other people doing nails. Like, I'm just so hyper focused on it because I'm trying to qualify, and I've just always been like that. Like, if I decide to decorate my bedroom, last time I was on annual leave I did, that was all I could think about in the build up, and every day my day was focused on doing that room, and it's just my personality. So it could be because I'm like so hyper focused on learning nails that I'm not really thinking about anything else, if you know what I mean. So maybe if this Sunday, fingers crossed, I pass, I will relax a bit and I'm still off work next week, and I can maybe then get into actually reading it. Because like I said, it's not like it's bad, it just hasn't really gripped my attention. Because normally when I read a book, I get so absorbed in it and I just read it and read it and read it and read it, and it's like my brain becomes part of that world, if you know what I mean. Part of your world. Anyway, so that's Monday, and I will just write in that I studied by going on the online portal, which is a cool resource. Everything you learnt in class, they kind of expand a bit on it, and have online videos, so you sit and watch. Next week I am going to, even though hopefully I'll have already passed, I'm going to spend some time doing the theory, like writing down the how to do biab steps and nail prep and blah blah blah, because last week I only did nail theory, where is it? The nail anatomy, diseases and health and safety, and then stopped. But I want to do the nail prep and then all the other stuff, because those videos, we have access to them for a year, but then after that we have no access, and I just want to have my notes and write them all out. And I'm someone that, like, I can hear things very well, but when it comes to something that is so technical, like nail anatomy and stuff, until I actually sit and write notes out, even if I'm just copying the notes I've already had that have been printed and given to me, that's what gets it into my head. When I was studying prints for work, it's a project management methodology. That was how I learned as well, by sitting. We had like online lessons, but I literally sat and just wrote out notes, and I used, it was an Erin Condren book that I had stickers from the teacher theme, so it was like the Apple theme, you know, from that back to school type. I can talk with any foot, can't I? What am I saying? Yes, I used that range for the back to school and everything to keep it fun for myself, and sort of brought in my addiction to stationery to help me do it. Anyway, right, Tuesday, I need to put in leave out the bins, which is my normal thing for putting in. Yeah, so that was the first week, and then this week I actually gained a whole load of confidence, because we went over the soft gel and the builder gel first thing in the morning, and I actually had improved. As well as studying, I did practice too. I did my right hand, and then my younger sister let me do her hands, and I was slightly embarrassed at them in the painting because I thought, these are a bit crap, but you have to start somewhere. But because I had done that practice, whenever she then went over in more detail, all the application, I had found I had improved, and it made me feel really good and gave me a little confidence boost. So I did that, and then we learned how to do removal. So I removed the 3 soft gels and the 2 Biab that I'd put on from the week before, which I was really glad to because these 3 nails were red and they're just not me at all. But anyway, so we removed them, and then we did the whole prep part again ourselves. And then once we had our hands ready to go and prepped, we had lunch. And then we came back and we learned how to do nail extensions. And we had a go at shaping them. And these are supposed to be almond, but we haven't actually done shaping in detail. So don't judge. Please no. I'm only learning. So we did the shape of them, and then we did hard gel. So we put the base of hard gel on and then the top coat of hard gel. So yeah, because my accreditation that I'm doing is to be a gel nail technician. There's another course you can do that's an acrylic nail technician, and I thought that I might learn how to do it too. But I don't know if I will, and if I do, it might be a very long time. But I think I'd rather become an expert in what I have learned and then do that. There is a course for nail art that I might do, but I think I might leave acrylic and see. Yes, so we did hard gel, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was my favourite. The application was so much easier, and instead of using the brush that's in the pot, the actual nail polish bottle, it comes in like a little pot, and you use like a special brush to apply it and everything. I don't know, I might change my mind over time, but it was the one that I really enjoyed. So that was week 2, which is where I am. And then this Sunday we have our week 3. I'm not sure what all we're doing. I know we're learning shaping, but other than that, I don't know. And we will get 3 certifications, fingers crossed. And then we have to send her 5 examples of case studies of doing hard gel. And then we will get posted out our hard gel application. So I'll have 4 different certificates: hard gel, soft gel, Biab, and E-Fi. And I would be thoroughly proud of myself for battling my anxiety, stepping way out of my comfort zone and actually doing it, because there is a time in my life where there is no way I'd have made myself do that. I'd have been crumpled in a ball in a corner at the very thought of it. And even though it was really hard and there was anxiety there, I did it. So if you've been procrastinating and doing something and always wanted to do it and thought, no, it's too late in life. I mean, I was the oldest person in the class, including the teacher, but I still did it. And, there's no age limit to learning something new. There's no, even if I had done it, learned all this stuff and then found out that I absolutely hated it and it wasn't for me, you're not going to know until you try. So there's your sign. Give it a go. You don't know until you try. And your own worst critic is yourself. And don't tell yourself you can't do something before you've even tried doing it. That's what I say. Anyway, right, so I studied again, and I think I'm going to stick with this little sticker for highlighting studying the online portal. Well, until I run out of them. I've only 1 left, because I haven't actually been doing much else and probably won't do much else. So I want to take up space. I haven't, even though I've been off work now, this is my 2nd week. Because I've invested in paying for this course, I don't really have the money. Normally I would find a room to decorate or advance getting my house done, but I don't have the money for that. So other than studying nails, and last Wednesday I went into the city centre with my younger sister and stuff like that, I haven't really been doing very much. But honestly, that's okay, because in the build up to me being on annual leave, I was really busy, doing what's called test scripts and, being all go and not even taking a lunch. So I'm not going to feel guilty about not doing anything or feel like I'm wasting my leave, because I'm not. We'll go away somewhere together when I'm off in October. And I'm not going to beat myself up about not being super productive. At the end of the day, I say I'm not being super productive, but I'm studying as well and practicing. It's not like I'm doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, am I trying to convince myself or am I trying to convince you guys? Anyway, right, so other than studying yesterday, I did my right hand. So I removed, this was all biab that I practiced on the week before, did the extensions and the hard gel and everything. And boy, is it hard to do your own nails on your right hand. It's a challenge and a half, but I did it. So I'm going to put in that I practiced hard gel or biab removal and extensions and hard gel. I'm just going to write practice nails because I'm not going to write all that. If I want to know specifically what I practiced, I can read my journal. Speaking of my journal, I totally journaled the whole occasion, so that was yesterday, maybe talking about the practicing, but if I go to Sunday, see, that hand is a little fake hand, if you can see it, that you use for practicing on, and it creeped me out so much I kept expecting it to move and like run at me or something. But anyway, there's the removal, the extensions, which oh my word, I could never. I don't know how people wear their nails that long. I mean, no judgment. I mean, some of the nails that I see being done like that look lovely, but I could not. Even these are weird for me. And anyway, yes, and then I did my own hand. So yeah, and then the Sunday before, I'm just covering the name of where I'm training because I'm going this Sunday and it's for my safety. But anyway, yeah, so that was because I had so much to write the first week. I had all this. I took a picture and that's my little seat in there, third one in. And then I put a little pencil and wrote C note section for journaling continuation because I had loads of room. And then I went to the notes section. I had a picture of my seat where I was sitting, of everything we got in our kit, my little study notes. That's my desk all ready to start practicing. That was my, see what I mean about the red, 3 red gel. And it was my first attempt. That wee one's me, they posted it on their page. That was my little packed bag. I brought my slippers and I did that again this week and changed my slippers under the desk, and I'm not sorry. There's my little pencil case and everything I brought. And for some reason I felt the need to take a picture of me making coffee, but whatever. So I'll always be able to remember my little journey and look back on it, which is really exciting because you forget all the little details over time. And then last night we took Cody for a little walk. So I will pop that in here. And it was lovely and warm. We had to actually go a random route so that we could make sure that she had grass to walk on because the footpath was so hot. It'll be a long time before I can actually take clients because of the way downstairs is. Well, one, I want to practice, but also because of my downstairs. The whole of our upstairs is decorated, bar the bathroom, but downstairs I have painted the front room and I have started painting the back room. And I've painted like the wee pantry, walk-in pantry that used to be a cloakroom, but we need new flooring. But also in the back room we have a TV hanging. So our front room is going to become our living room. So whenever there's like a wall at the very back that the TV will go on, but at the minute I have a little section which is my office where I work from home. It has a desk for editing YouTube videos and a standing desk for working. And I've actually used my old work desk and put it over on the other side and turned it into my nail desk just for now. I have most of my stuff packed up in a bag to take with me every week. I bought a little to-go bag to keep my stuff, but nobody would fit on the other side. And honestly, I would never bring members of the public in to the way downstairs of my house looks right now. But eventually we'll get new flooring, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the back room my office and my nail studio, because you can come in through the back door and there's a downstairs toilet, and then I can close the door that leads into our house through the kitchen and keep it private, so that'll work out perfect. But I can't even take family members at the minute because I have nowhere to sit. I would have to like pull my standing desk back and put a chair on the other side or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk Stephen into getting the TV moved and moving all the furniture into the front room and just doing it, because we were initially waiting on getting the new flooring in before we swapped, but honestly at this rate that's taking forever. I'll hopefully be able to do it this year with my bonus in work, but I don't want to be still sitting, you know, because I want to be able to practice nails on people, and just in general I'm sick of it being like that. I want to swap it. so I can finish all the painting in the back room and set it up the way it's actually supposed to be and everything, so everything will be done bar the new floor, if you know what I mean. And eventually we want to get new sofas and everything, but we can use the sofas that we have in the meantime. Oh dear, noisy bus. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can talk him into getting that sorted and swapped, and then at least I'll be able to practice in family, because I don't care if my family see it the way it is. It's just more a case of, I totally forgot about the food boxes, just looked out of the corner of my eye. Whoops. Yeah, I can have family members in because they don't care that I have paint on my floor, you know what I mean? So that is everything really. You're all caught up in where I am, and I'm just chilling and enjoying being off. I'll really be able to enjoy next week because 1, I'll have qualified and be really happy from that, and 2, I get paid. Although I think I am going to try and save up. I have bought a few bits and pieces of essential stuff already, but I think I would rather just save, and maybe, because my birthday's in September, use the money I saved in August plus my birthday money and get myself some nail stuff, because I have 2 soft gels, 1 Biab colour, which I don't even like, it has glitter in it, and 1 hard gel, which I'm wearing. So it's not really exactly the best range to be offering people. Oh, you'd like hard gel, will you? Would you? Well, you can have this colour, you can have this colour, or you can have this colour. These things take time to build up, and then you don't realise how much stuff that you need to buy in order to run a nail business. It's a hobby for me too. I mean, this benefits nobody but me. Well, hopefully you guys too, by joining me every week. But the fact that I have invested money in this whole studio room and the little setup and everything and all the stickers, and it's not like it's earning me money, not even remotely. In fact, if I added up how much I've spent over the years, I would probably cringe. Ah well, it's worth it, it makes me happy. So, the only other thing I need to put in is brown wheelie food of what bins they are, and then I need to put in filming this video and planning for the week. And then I'm also going to be going for a walk with Stephen later. We like to do 3 walks a week. Still on my little health kick. Very, very slow and frustrating health kick, but we're getting there. And what else? I might watch a few more of the online videos, and I might read a bit more, but I'm actually going to leave this space blank and just fill it in tomorrow, because I'm in a very go with the flow mood, as I'm sure you can tell. And I don't want to fill in reading or studying and then not feel like it later. I mean, I could just lift the sticker up, like, but I don't want to. So that is me up to date. So tomorrow I will probably sit in the morning and edit and schedule this video. Then at 12 o'clock I have my second counselling session. And honestly, oh whoops, it's the same colour together. Let's do this green. Yeah, honestly I didn't enjoy my first one at all. At first it felt like she was kind of implying that I didn't really need it. And why, you know, like I was wasting her time or something. It just came across like that. And then once I kind of opened up and spoke about the things I'd been through and stuff, it changed, but it changed in a way that, I don't want this to sound nasty, but I'm just being honest. You know, this might work for some people, but for me it just made me feel silly. We spent most of the time just sitting breathing in silence, and you know, she was like saying affirmations to me, and it's like, I just feel really stupid sitting here. This is such a waste of time. And all I could think was, I want to go and study and do my nails. But I'm going to try to be open-minded and give it a proper chance. So I have my second one tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get something out of it and it'll be worth it. Stop being a negative Nelly, Ruth. You never know. Right, Friday I need to update the groceries. I've got really into having Saturday deliveries now. I initially started because of my nail thing, but it actually works so much better. I come home on a Saturday from visiting my mum and dad, and then at 4 o'clock the groceries arrive, and then I don't have to worry about it on Sunday or Monday. So I think it's something that I'm going to stick with. So update groceries. And then on Saturday I have a Tesco delivery at 4 and I need to take my meds and weigh. I also need to plan for this week at some point. I'll probably do it on Friday, but I'll not write it down just in case. What was this? Oh, Tesco's delivery. And then on Sunday, I have my very last class. So I'm not going to do the whole highlight the whole time thing this week because I've took up space with that. And I want to be able to write past and put like a wee celebration thing under there and just leave more space for the rest of the day. So I'm going to have to cut down my nails, I think, for going back to work because I do love these, but I think when I'm typing they'll drive me insane. But that'll be the beauty of being my own nail tech. I can change them whenever I want. There now, once I get back to work, I'll also get back into a normal schedule. So my videos will get back to normal, so sorry about that. I just need to let myself take a bit of a break. I have some exciting stuff coming up. I actually have 3 different collabs that just have all came at once. 2 of them are Hubman and Chubgirl, and 1 is from a new company that I'd never heard of that are sending me stuff to check out. I'm going to do a journaling video with it. So there's lots of exciting stuff coming up. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and until the next one, take care and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Something about